Hey, what's up, guys? It's Eli Fishman from TalkingBall.net and YouTube. Eli Fishman Sports, back with another interview. Today I was joined by outfielder for the Somerset Patriots, Chris Grayson. Chris, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, no problem. Not at all.
You started your career at Lee University for the Flames, D2 school. Can you tell me about playing for the Flames your whole college career?
Well, the Flames, they're a really good organization. Their coach brought me into a winning atmosphere, and it's just, we had a high goal. We like to get to the College World Series. That Lee does a really good job of that. So I knew going into Lee, I was walking into an established organization, and it just helped me, go in there and have that winning mind frame, and go there and play well, put up some good numbers.
For Division II baseball, you were drafted in the 13th round by the Rangers in 2011. 13th round, that's really high. Coming out of a D2 school, can you tell me about that draft, how'd it go down, and you getting drafted by the Rangers?
Well, I had a decent year that year. I actually led the nation in triples, so I got to, put my speed on display. And if you consider where you're playing, D1, D2, JUCO, NAIA, something like triples, that opens a lot of eyes, Well, the power wasn't much there. We had BB core bats, but, those balls in the gap, I just chose to put the pressure on the defenders. And, like I said, triples are hard to come by. So to lead the nation in that category, I think that opened a lot of eyes for the scouts.
You would go on, in just your second year, you would play in the South Atlantic League All-Star game. That's A-ball, All-Star game, first All-Star game. Tell me about that whole experience with the best prospects in the entire league.
Oh, that was awesome. That year we had a lot of prospects on that team, great coaching, Rangers. I can't say enough good things about them. When I was with them, just their coaching and how they treated the guys, it was infectious. It just made you want to play well. And I was surrounded by a bunch of good teammates, guys like Rugnit Odorg, Ryan Rua, a lot of guys with the Big League Rangers team. And it was just infectious. We had a thing, like we fed off each other. One guy goes, the next guy goes. And, I credit that year to, how awesome my coaches and my teammates were.
You spent 4 years in the Rangers organization. What were some of the biggest things you learned, as you said, some of your mentors, and what you learned throughout the Rangers organization?
Oh, man, they treated us like grown men, and they made sure going into the game we were prepared. Now, if we didn't go out and, play well, that's on us, because as far as the coaches, the organization, they made sure our guys were prepared. And they just instilled that, we're the best mentality, and let's go out there and play like it. And it was infectious. It was really easy to play for those guys.
In the past year, you've played in the American Association, Frontier League. Right now you're in Somerset, the Atlantic League, the three top indy ball leagues. What have been some of the differences you've seen climbing the ladder in indy ball?
It's just the experience and, the pitchers, their mind frames, how they like to work. But, I feel like no matter where I am, I can compete with the best of them. I pride myself on competing. If the other guy, center fielders, got 3 hits, took a hit away from somebody, I want to try to outplay them. I want to try to get 4 hits. It's all competition. I love to compete, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Right now you're with the Somerset Patriots, as I said, first season in the Atlantic League. How do you like this Patriots organization, and how have they treated you so far?
Oh, I love it. When they picked up my contract, I did some research on the team and just, I can't speak highly enough about them. Coming into a winning organization, the guys they bring in all are like-minded, so it's really easy to play together. From Skip on down to our hitting coach, pitching coach, everybody has one like mind. And it's being a Somerset Patriot is such a privilege for me, and it's really awesome to play with these guys and for the coaches.
This past week, you were 4 for 4. Tonight, you had a big night, including the home run that would lead the rally for you. Lead you guys to the win. What's been this mentality lately? You've had slow streaks, but then recently you've been really hot. What's that mentality stepping up to the plate?
I credit that to my teammates. I wasn't getting a lot of at-bats early on, but my teammates made sure they stopped by every day like, hey, Grayson, stay up. We know what you got. You're going to get your turn. And, my teammates really helped keeping me up, but in the time I wasn't getting those at-bats, I was watching the game. I'm watching how they're pitching our other lefties. So when I get my shot, I already have a feel and idea of what's going on, because I'm not just sitting the bench. I'm in the game with my teammates. And so when I go in there, nights like that happens, but I credit it to me paying attention when I'm not playing, getting a feel for how these pitchers like to throw us. And, just when my numbers call, I go out there and perform.
All right, thank you so much for joining me today, Chris.